Never quite healed. And by the way, if you ever see an injured bird, call somebody who's a professional to come pick it up, because it's actually not legal to pick up an injured animal and bring it in, because sometimes they could hurt you, or sometimes by us contacting them and spending too much time with them, we can make it so that animal can't go back into the wild. And what happened is somebody found that he was injured and wanted to do the right thing. They didn't know, though, that it wasn't okay to pick him up. So they brought him to a veterinarian, and they asked the veterinarian to help him fix his wing. Well, the veterinarian said, well, I would love to help him, but we have to contact somebody who can take good care of him for his lifetime, because this bird is probably not going to go back to the wild. And so they contacted some folks who helped him heal, and then since he was not going to be able to live at his full capacity in the wild, he would probably get fatigued because of his droopy wing faster. He might not be able to hunt as well. We knew he wouldn't necessarily survive in the wild. So that's why he's living here, Safari Park. So that's the long answer to your simple question. Anybody else have a quick question? Well, if you're just meeting him, this is Archie, and he is a great horned owl. This is a native bird to North America, and you may see him in your own backyard. He's the only owl that makes that big hoo-hoo, you know, that hoo-hoo, typical hoo-hoo noise. A lot of the other owls don't make that noise. Their hoots really aren't hoots, they're more screeches in many animals. So if you hear that big hoo-hoo, you're probably hearing a great horned owl, which is very cool to hear. Also, if you see them fly, you probably won't hear much, again, because they have that silent flight. Very specialized feathers on the edges of their wings that looked almost fringed. And he's watching me because he doesn't want me to touch him. He's like, you're not touching, right? So his edge of his wing is fringed, and it actually helps cut the air as he flies through the area he's in. And it helps keep silent flight, which is an advantage if you want to sneak up on your prey, catch it off guard. And it also is an advantage if you want to hear your prey. And his hearing, for those of you who aren't here for this, his hearing is as good as maybe hearing a mouse in a 30-foot square room, hearing their heartbeat. That's amazing. So if you're making a lot of noise around, like you wouldn't hear a mouse's heartbeat in this kind of area right now, because we're all making a lot of noise. Even our own heartbeats would interfere. So the quieter he can be, the better his hearing will help him. Well, it is just about time for Archie and I to head in, but there's time for just a couple of questions if you have any.